to see after a long time tourists.
Yes.
Yes. So
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Welcome to Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina. We took a bus ride over from Montenegro, and we definitely didn't take the shortest route. Instead, we took the scenic route, which we'll tell you about that in our next podcast. But here in Mostar, we will be checking out Stari Most, which is aka the Old Bridge. We will be trying some coffee prepared the Bosnian way, and we'll head to the Peace Tower so we can get a good view of the city.
Now, many cities in this area were affected by the Bosnian Wars in the 1990s, and Mostar was no exception. There's plenty of places on YouTube and on the internet where you can see more about this time, this country's history, but in this video, we're going to show you the landmarks as they are in 2021 and explain their significance. Here we have a life-size bronze statue of Bruce Lee. I know what you're thinking. Why the heck is there a statue of Bruce Lee in Mostar? That's because after the war, the people of the city couldn't agree on a lot, but there was a special group that decided that there needed to be a statue to represent the unity in the new country. And the one thing that everyone could agree on was their love for Bruce Lee. The Bruce Lee statue is on one end of the park. On the other end of the park is what Google Maps calls the Staklina Bank, or Glass Tower, or as you may know it, the Sniper Tower. This former bank is called the Sniper Tower for a reason, because during the war, this was an ideal location for snipers to find people, even civilians, while they were out going for air or running their errands, or at any time that they'd leave their house. We stayed on the other side of the river, and it was pretty haunting even from a far distance how often you'd look up and you could see the top of the Sniper Tower. Here's another tricky place to get to if you're just going off of Google Maps. We tried 3 different paths that all came to dead ends. You eventually have to go to the next major road over, and then there's a small inlet where you can come in. This is the Partisan Cemetery, which was opened in 1965 in honor of everyone from Mostar who was a part of the Yugoslavian partisans who were killed during World War II. This was opened by Joseph Tito Broz, who we saw a monument to back in Podgorica. Each stone tombstone represents a partisan killed during World War II. Now, it looks like many of these are from Mostar, but it appears like other cities are here represented as well. In 2006, this was declared a national monument.
We've had a few locals tell us that you can take some kind of zip line from this area over here over to this area. That is not something we're going to do this trip, but if you are interested in zip lining, that is where you do that here in Mostar.
This is the highest clock tower in the area. It was built on the site of the old clock tower in the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul from 1866, which was burned down in 1992. The massive yet still unfinished Franciscan church below is a replacement for an 1866 basilica that was badly damaged during the war. In 2021, they're still doing work on it. We even saw a bunch of painters coming out, and we got to take a sneak peek and see that it's still under construction.
Here for the first time, or
In this country, yes.
Yes.
Beautiful country.
how long you stay?
A week.
Week, yes.
Yes.
Mostar or
We're traveling all the Balkan regions.
Oh.
Yeah. So we've already been. This is our third country in the Balkans. Yeah.
which one also?
We started in Albania,
Albania?
then we went to Montenegro, and now we're here. Yes, there's a lot of
Glad to see after a long time tourists.
Yes.
So we're so glad
Nice to meet you. Thank you. An elevator takes you more than halfway up the 75-meter high viewing area, saving 222 of the 370 steps.
That scared me. Whoa. It is called a bell tower for a reason. Oh.
We manage.
Yes. Holy snap. Yeah, that's why it was loud. It was right there. Ooh, those guys are definitely louder.
Full disclosure, we originally thought this tower over here in the distance was the Peace Tower, but it was not. Just by stumbling around the city, we found the proper Peace Tower, which we climbed up just now. And then to the right of the other clock tower that we saw is the Partisan Cemetery.
So we just got out of the clock tower and it was really cool. I don't know if you can hear that, but we need to warn you about those bells ringing. I think it's every 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's every 15 minutes.
Yeah, and the bells are literally right next to you. So it happened twice and we both like jumped out of our pants. I think that's the saying.
Yeah, it's not just one bell at the very top. There's a few of them, so you got to really be on the lookout for those. Well, I guess you'll hear them, but don't be too startled because they are incredibly loud when you're inside of the clock tower.
Yeah, and the other really cool thing is like each set of stairs, there were these signs that explained different parts of the cities and the history of it, and definitely read those because it gives you good information.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're going through more like a museum on the way up to the top of the clock tower, and in the view you can see everything. Yeah, there's windows, it's a little bit dirty, but you can still get great pictures and you can absolutely see everything in the city.
Yeah. We have made our way into the Old Bridge area where the Stari Most is located. The Old Bridge is not only the most popular monument of Mostar, but of all of Bosnia and Herzegovina. This bridge was built between 1557 and 1566, according to the project of a well-known Ottoman architect. The city of Mostar is named after the bridge keepers, which were called Mostari, who guarded the bridge during the medieval times. This bridge was demolished in 1993 during the war, and reconstruction of it began soon after the war and was completed in 2004. and one of the locals told us that there are 93 steps on the bridge in remembrance of the year it was destroyed.
So we think this is how you're supposed to walk because this bridge is extremely slippery, even when it hasn't rained in a while or like no one's jumping. So they have these little things here to stop you from slipping, which, full disclosure, has helped me at least once. So definitely be careful when you're out here walking on the Stari Most Bridge.
Oh, see?
Yep. Here's a plaque of how much some different countries provided for the rehabilitation of the old bridge and 2 of the towers. We have Italy, Netherlands, Republic of Turkey. It's just pretty cool to see how everyone contributed to such a historic landmark being restored.
So this cat is really intrigued by our drone. He just scurried on over here and he's just watching it. Maybe it's the sound? I don't know. But he's really liking it. Look at him. He's just like, that is so cool. Look at it. What do you got there? No. Don't do it. You're calling your friend over too? Don't do it. If you don't know this, we collect patches and we have found our patch here in the little area of the market and we're really excited. We've been looking for it all week.
Thank you.
Let's see what else we can find. And a cute pair of earrings. Made out of copper. They have a lot of copper stuff. We're about to eat something that is traditional to here in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is similar to what we ate in Albania and Montenegro, known as a barak. But a barak here is filled with meat, and they have different names for the different types of fillings. And so today we have one that is filled with pumpkin, which is called tikvara, and then one that is filled with potatoes that is called krom pirusha. Hopefully I said that right.
Because Bosnian people, special Balkan, is people who not have swatch, but we have time for myself, for family, for neighbor, and after for the other things. Everything here is slowly. Our coffee, we drink like this. We drink slowly. When we do this, you mix this grain, because all high go down. When we do this, we speak. When you go after, what you do tonight, what means this is for connection with people. Look at now, it's more clear than before, because all high go down, but slowly. All this ritual, what means is good for your equilibrium, to have peace. We have one word, rahatluk. It's Ottoman word, Islamic word, what means rahatluk is like nirvana, that you feel good here with everything what is around you, and nothing out of you not can change your temperament. More simple life is here. Occident is economy good, German, France, England, Holland, United States, but people don't have time to smile. Look at them in the morning when they go to job. Enough that you go underground, sit and look people. Nobody speak with nobody. They have good dress, clear dress. Night before they sleep in good bed, hot room. They have hot water in a bathroom. They have soap of the different flowers. And they go out in freezer. They have chocolatey, late butter, and they go out without smile. I ask myself, what do you need to be happy? To have smile. One of sugar put here,
Okay.
and the other put cream up, just cream. How is possible? Okay, when you do this, put coffee. When you drink with sugar, now you mix with sugar, put the sugar goes up. This, with some story, is the second coffee bar in all Europe, this place. Here in this place, drink coffee many famous people in the planet. Kaiser Franz Joseph, Imperator of Empire Austro-Hungaric. Ferdinand, who killed Sarajevo with Sofia, they sit here drink coffee. Orson Welles, actor. Robert De Niro, Prince Charles of England, King Juan Carlos of Spain. Here drink coffee, Iron Maiden musical group. Many the other famous actors, wrote. Simple place but very rich in positive energy. And many people like you who have time.
We've been walking around looking to find a spot to drink some coffee made the traditional Bosnian way. There's a couple spots that we've seen, but we were looking for one in particular, and each time we went, it was closed. But we were walking across the bridge and we heard this lady kind of calling out from the top over there saying, Bosnian coffee! And so we just walked on up there and had an incredible experience drinking some traditional coffee, met some great people, and she explained to us a lot about the local way to make coffee.
I gotta say, there's a lot more to the city than guys jumping off the bridge. We're able to see the Partisan Cemetery, see the Stari Most Old Bridge itself, and have Bosnian coffee with some of the locals. And we were able to learn more about the city's history. Thanks for watching. This is Witty Travels. What could possibly be next?